morning. I've had a lot of experience in my life of doing stuff that I didn't want to do, saying yes to things I didn't want to do, and just getting all mired up, taking up all my time that I could be doing something else that I'd love to do, but I felt obligated to do this other thing. For example, when my son Tim was, I think he was 8, getting to Cub Scout age, I knew he was going to want to be a Cub Scout. I knew what that meant. That means that you're going to have to probably be the den leader. And sure enough, he goes and signs up for it, and I go and sign up the thing and saying, I'm willing to help. Not be the leader, but I'll go be a helper. Well, of course, the den leader popped right on that and was so glad to have a helper. And then she immediately said she had to leave. She had other things to do. So I actually went in my room and cried because I knew I was going to get sucked in that. And sure enough, I did. But probably because I was putting out that I knew it was going to happen, it happened. And there's other times when, I used to proofread books for a lot of people. And I was writing my own book. I've got 3 books, and I was writing my own and proofreading it and getting it ready to be done. And another person I knew had just written a book, and she asked if I would read her book and just kind of give an opinion on that. And so I end up, I read, and I cannot read a book if it needs commas and, change a sentence around, whatever. I can't read a book without proofreading it. I'm sorry. That's just what I do. So I ended up spending probably 3 weeks on that, maybe, doing that book. And my messages are coming in saying, excuse me, you have your own book over here that we're waiting for you to finish on that, but you're going to go spend 2 to 3 weeks on this book who's not even your book. So that's one. And then somebody else had me wanting to do one that was like 500 pages long. And I just go along and say, okay, no. Anyway, so I have learned now to say no. In fact, I say no to book proofreading. Anyway, it just takes way too much of my time. I don't charge enough to make it worth my time to say, oh, I can make making money doing that. So anyway, that's kind of got off my list, but I have done lots of books for friends of mine. Another one is that if somebody asks you if you want to come to a party at their house or go to dinner or go do something, and you really, really don't want to go, you can say, oh gosh, I'm sorry, I've got other plans. And you don't have to say that those other plans are plans to not go to that particular event. It's not a lie. You had other plans, and you do plan is to not go there. So it's okay for you to say what you want to do, and you don't have to keep feeling like you feel obligated to go do things that it doesn't make you happy. It doesn't raise you up. It's anything you're doing. Another one, how bad is when we all have to go over to Grandma's house every year for Christmas. Every year you're going to go, and it's got this routine. Everybody does this, come do this and do that. Yeah. And maybe she's senile and grouchy and everything, and nobody wants to be there, but everybody goes. And then when she passes on, you move into this freedom of being able to do whatever you wanted to do for Christmas. And so I know that's kind of a hard one because it's a family tradition and everybody's doing that because she's grandma. But yeah, it feels really good when you are able to do whatever you wanted to do, what you've always wanted to do. My wish always was to have the kids come over every Christmas Eve and spend the night, sleep all over the floor, all over the place, and spend the night. And we'd have, popcorn at night and pancakes in the morning, that kind of stuff. But I never did say that to anybody because they all had their own families, and I knew they had their own things that they wanted to do and needed to do, and like say the family of their wives, needed to go spend time over there. So that's a wish that I wanted and never did get to have happen. But I know there's a lot of times things come up that you're doing stuff like, come be on this committee or come help me be on the board of directors of this particular place and help us work on this project or redoing our whole website. No. And I'm in some of that now that I'm doing stuff for people that I just really don't want to do. So I have to come up and say, guess what? I don't have time. And when you have a boyfriend, you can say, I don't have time. That's a really good excuse. And it is true because you're spending a lot of time with him and a lot of time that I would have had to do something like that for somebody else. I don't have time for that anymore. So I'm learning to speak up and say what I think and what I want. And I invite you to join me with that. Just if you don't want to do it, don't go. Especially if you're at a job and you don't want to go to that job, don't stop going there and get something else. And we need to be doing stuff that we absolutely love, that we want to do, and it raises us up and makes us feel good and makes us think that we're making some kind of contribution to help somebody else who's if it's connected with us at work or neighborhood or a family or whatever. So I wish you luck in willing to say no if you don't want to do something. And guess what? No is a complete sentence. You don't even have to say why. You want to go do this? No. You don't have to have any kind of excuse at all. So good luck with that, and I'll talk to you next week.